What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not
Not
another damn
another damn
podcast
podcast.
presented by
I am
so
selves.
383. Yeah. Shout out to all our Bears fans. Yeah. The Bears did not lose on Sunday because they're on a bye week. But
Going in 4-2 though. Woo!
bye week 4-2. So yeah, I'll take it.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Had to
Better
start.
than what we got going on in our division. Look at who we are. We doing better than them.
Bears are potentially playoff bound. I'm feeling it. Speaking into existence.
I'll
I think
talk
the
my shit now.
playoff
Don't
bound.
pull this podcast back up. Like, well, look at this. If something goes left, don't.
Yeah. They end up in last place. Don't call me up, but I'm calling them playoff bound right now. That's some
It
playoff
do be
bound,
funny
baby.
when people, because Marcus has a friend who's a Cowboys fan. And
Cowboys became my second team temporarily in the 90s because the Bears were so bad. Like after from Peyton retiring up until basically the Lovie Smith era, the Bears were like awful. And
uh-huh.
so in order to enjoy football, I was like, I gotta start liking other teams because watching this team is painful. So like, I still was a Bears fan, but like the Cowboys became my de facto like other team. So when they were winning Super
So
Bowls, this is like the golden era of the Cowboys.
yeah,
Like the
but he's a Cowboy
Emmitt
fan
Smith,
still.
Michael Irvin, like prime time. This was that era. Troy Aikman is that era of
Oh,
Cowboy
but he's
football.
still with them, and
Still riding with him.
yeah. So
Shout
like
shout
last
out
week when they
Leon
had that
Lett shit, the sucking Super Bowl shit that he had.
when they
All
had that
my 90s
horrible
Cowboy fans to get that reference. Go ahead.
when they had that horrible loss, and then when Marcus called him, and he was like, "Why everybody keep on asking am I okay when they call me?" Because they do ask, "You good?" Like, why people keep on asking me if I good?
Because NFL fandom is it hits different.
But
It's
it do
like
be funny because
American
you
football
good
is
shit, not
America's sport. It's like it's the truest thing. I saw a map. It's like like I'm a map guy. You've known that all my life,
Mhm.
all your life. You know it. And there's like I look at like the most popular sport in every country is like I've looked at a map of it, and the United States by far is the NFL. It's
Yeah, football,
like
definitely.
but worldwide, typically like soccer in almost
It's
every
football.
country. Probably like
Football.
85% of countries it was soccer. Like people
Yeah.
don't know how popular soccer is worldwide. Of course, in
Mhm.
Canada it was hockey. Like they was like United States was football. Is like it was some Euro countries like basketball. Like probably
Yeah.
like Dirk Nowitzki. It's like it's like
Mhm.
certain parts of the world like basketball. A
Mhm.
lot of the like the Caribbean like baseball they like because
Yeah. The man can say
yeah
baseball. Yeah. The man can.
baseball is their sport, but like
Yeah.
most of it, like almost air, like almost all, damn near all of Africa, it was like soccer. So like almost every country in Africa was like soccer was like the sport, like soccer worldwide.
It's actually starting to get into soccer because he was, what's his name? Ronaldo,
Yeah,
whatever.
Ronaldo, he's the guy in soccer right now.
Because like Khalil keeps on talking about Ronaldo. He keeps on talking. I don't know like how he discovered
Might be
him, but he just keeps
maybe
on
he
talking
probably
about
got a
him.
friend that likes soccer. Yeah,
And he's like, oh, Ronaldo. He just keeps on talking about Ronaldo. So I'm like, do we have to take Khalil to a soccer? Are we going to take him to one of these? Maybe.
like
I don't know.
maybe. No, American soccer is mid, but yeah, like he'll probably have fun either way. Like Khalil will probably
I
like.
might have to take him now because like Khalil is showing interest in soccer now. So
He might want to play. Like, yeah, that's yeah. He might end up like playing like because the sports are popular,
could
especially with
be.
boys.
Yeah.
So he might end up playing soccer.
Only thing I know, I just say you want to bend it like Beckham. That's all I do. I just default to that. You want to bend it like Beckham? Just because I know nothing about soccer. I don't.
A little bit. Yeah, I can
I
I
know
can watch and
nothing.
follow. I'm not a soccer guy, but I can follow. Yeah, it's like when I
Mhm.
watch like when the World Cup and all of that. Like I can
Yeah, I know nothing.
like Chicago Fire. Yeah, I'm not watching their games. Like sorry, but I watch the World Cup. Like. Like I watched
Right.
like that. They got to be like on that level. Like and then I watch me some like or like when the Olympics. Yeah, I watched like some Olympic
Hmm.
soccer like that. Yeah, but for the most part, not really a soccer guy like that. Yeah, but because because football to us is like, real football is the NFL. Like, even though football
Touchdown.
technically is soccer. So yeah, like, So what do they call football like in other countries? That's like what do they call our
They say American
I think just
football.
American football.
They call it American
They don't have a
football.
word for like we have a word for football like it's soccer. They don't have I think
Yeah,
just call it American
it's
football.
called American to differentiate between the two.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because soccer is football. Like yeah.
football. That's how I say
The number
football.
one sport in the world for those that don't know. It's not the NFL. It's not the NBA. It's fucking soccer. It's real.
Mhm.
It's real. I think in parts of Brazil, like surprised like MMA was big because like jiu-jitsu was big.
Oh, that's cool.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay, like yeah, parts. I was like,
Hmm.
that makes sense. Yeah, I was looking. I was like MMA was popular there because a lot
And
of
then the
like
capoeira, the Brazilian art fighting
yeah,
style.
a lot
Yeah.
of them, yeah, like going,
Yeah.
yeah, like Brazilian, yeah, like
Hmm.
jujitsu and capoeira. They like, yeah, they real big on MMA.
Yeah, I always thought that was cool. Watching someone do like capoeira. I always thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Watching.
Shout out to a guy from Ocean's 12.
That movie was so. I'm not even go down that.
Yeah, we know.
Bad sequels that should not have happened. We could do an episode, a whole episode about that one time. It's about bad movies that should not have happened.
Well, better time than the present. Let's make it. Let's go now. It's like
Okay, I'll start.
that's
Ocean's
my pick.
12.
First 12. Open.
Ocean's 12. We didn't need a sequel for Ocean's 11. We did not.
Right. The Matrix sequels, you could have kept those. The ones with alopecia, Keisha, like those didn't have to happen. Yeah, we.
Because I recently rewatched the original Matrix, and I was like, this movie was so groundbreaking. This movie changed the way cinema did everything.
There's very few movies that are altering that it's like they alter the industry. Matrix is one
Hmm.
of those movies that altered it.
Hmm.
It's like before Matrix and after Matrix. Like the stuff you seeing now in the MCU basically started because of the
It's
Matrix. Like
because
the
of the
way like
Matrix.
action sequences are filmed.
I shot the way they're filmed. Yeah.
Like the Matrix is what is what started the current
Mhm.
trend of how they do action
When
sequences.
she ran up the wall, when Trinity ran up the wall, we were like, oh, when she ran
Saw
up the
that in the
wall.
show, the original one when
Oh,
Trinity ran. It was like, okay, yeah,
yeah,
this is different.
yeah. And then the jump, the freeze, the that she. Yep.
But yeah,
What's another bad?
on Coming to America, they could have kept it.
Oh, with the exception of the one scene, whatchamacallit didn't need a sequel. House Party didn't need a sequel. They didn't need sequels. The
Yeah,
dinner
House
scene in
Party.
House Party 3 was hilarious,
Yeah, they
but
dinner scene with Bernie and Jawbone. That scene
and
is good.
Ronaldo Ray,
Yeah,
yeah.
that scene is good. Yeah.
But with the exception of that scene,
I didn't
House
name
Party
this
2
shit
was not
Jawbone.
good.
That's her name, Jawbone. I don't care. I think Simply Marvelous is her actual name. Yeah. Or like
Well,
what she goes by is
she's
not her
like a
real name.
mean. Well, you know, you married her. Like what? Like who does that?
Should
She's
change.
like a
She
mean.
should change her name legally to Jawbone and shit. That's
She's like a mean. That was hilarious. Oh, and then Bernie, if people don't like who you are, fuck them.
pretty much anything with Bernie Mac you could have
Fuck
kept.
them.
Three had some like good one-liners. It's just as a whole,
Yeah,
I wouldn't say
but
it's a good
it didn't
movie.
need a
Like yeah,
sequel though.
yeah. We
It
could
didn't need a
we
sequel.
could like Bernie Mac. We could put him anywhere and he's gonna
Yeah,
do
Bernie Mac is gonna make any movie funny.
gonna
He made
shine
every movie
where he
better.
was. It's like so that's two Bernie Mac sequels that we did. And we we said the House Party and then Ocean's 12. It's
Mhm.
like
Uh, what's another one?
I'm sure there's tons
Um,
of them. Yeah. That I would say like the Ghostbusters sequels were kind of unnecessary. I haven't seen the latest one yet, but they were kind of unnecessary. Like Ghostbusters 2, then the one with Leslie Jones. Like all those were kind of unnecessary. The original
and then movies
Ghostbusters.
also what we could put on the umbrella that didn't need remakes. The Lion King, they didn't need a sequel
The
or
live
remakes.
action Lion King, yeah, we didn't need that.
They could have kept that and the sequel because the Lion King 1.5.
Yeah, I
They didn't
forgot
need.
that they had that, and then they did a live action reboot a few years ago with Beyonce and shit. Like, yeah, sorry,
It
Beehive,
didn't.
but you wouldn't
Yeah,
need that.
we didn't need that. We didn't need that.
Other Beverly Hills Cop, like I mean, I like
Yeah,
Axel F was pretty good,
Axel
but
F was good. I liked Axel F.
like two and especially three. You could have kept
That's
it.
why they said 94 wasn't your best work.
Yeah, I was shitting on three. That's what that was.
Wasn't your best work, 1994 wasn't your best. Yeah, just wasn't. Yeah.
How do we feel about the Die Hard sequels? I'm on the fence about the Die Hard sequels. Except,
I
but you could have kept the later ones when John was old and shit.
Yeah,
But
not with Shia LaBeouf, not Shia LaBeouf. What's his name? Justin Long. Not with him. I'm not counting that
Brandon
one.
St. Randy, that guy.
Yeah, I couldn't think of his
I'm
name.
talking-
Although I find Justin Long hilarious, but they could have kept that.
As
But
far I'm talking about the earlier sequels,
yeah,
like
one, two, and
two
three.
and Vengeance, those two, yeah, the sequels is what I'm talking. Like the
Um,
later ones, you definitely could have kept those.
Two, I really wasn't fond of. Three, I like Sam Jackson. Like I said, I like Sam Jackson. I can't go against Sam.
I think two was more felt more like a Die Hard movie than three. Three felt more like, which is another movie that didn't need sequels, Lethal Weapon. Like three felt more like the buddy comedy thing. It felt more like a Lethal Weapon film than a
Mm-hmm.
Die Hard film to me. It didn't feel like a Die Hard film.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when also could have kept all of those Lethal Weapons, especially one with Chris Rock in it. You could have kept those. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't need Pookie and shit hanging out in a fucking Die Hard.
One I felt that got better, like Bad Boys, I like Bad Boys. The second one was okay. The third
Like
one was kind of I
I like
really didn't like the third Bad Boy for Life. I was
for
kind
life.
of but
Yeah,
the last
I
one,
only
I
saw
like the
that once.
last
I'm trying to remember. Did I like this shit? I don't. Yeah, I don't.
when they introduced my
I only saw
glorious
it
son.
once.
I
Like,
really
did I like?
didn't
I
like
don't.
that.
So I must have not left an impression. I had to think for a second. Did I like it? Like, I don't remember. It's like,
I felt like the way that they did three was just a setup for four because they knew they were going to do a fourth one. So, because
yeah.
sometimes they will do that, like
Back
at
to
the
the
third
Future
one,
too did that. Like the as to set up the third part. Yeah,
the
Back to the.
third one or the second one, where it might be the weakest link because they're just trying to set up for the last one to complete the movie, basically.
Yeah.
Which McCall didn't need. Like the sequel was kind of weak with what's it, the Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah, well,
That sequel was
which
weak.
one is like yeah, the Silver Surfer or the one with Michael B. Jordan?
I'm counting it. I never even saw that one. I'm counting the Silver
Okay,
Surfer.
we'll ignore
I don't
it.
even count that one.
We'll ignore it. Then I'm
Sorry,
perfectly
you're
fine
Apollo
ignoring.
Creed's son, like Michael
Yeah,
B. Jordan.
you
You're
honest.
Killmonger.
You're Killmonger and you're Adonis Creed. Oh, speaking of which, yeah, how do we feel about a Black Panther Wakanda Forever? Like
I
it was
only saw
kind of
it once.
unnecessary. It was kind of
I only
unnecessary.
saw it once. I felt like I know why they did it because they were more in Chadwick.
It
That's
was
why
more of like a tribute to like yeah,
it
to
was a
pay homage
tribute
to
to
Chad.
Chadwick.
And Angela should have got the Oscar for that. That kind of sucked. It's like she that's why but at least she ended up getting the
The
lifetime
honorary
the
one.
honorary, but that was like she should have won. But hey, everybody just knew okay, Angela, this is her year. And then when she didn't win, it was like
They robbed her for Tina's Turner. They did. She should have got for
oh
Tina's Turner.
and, the older
Yeah,
one.
so they robbed her on that. So
Um
it's like, so when we saw that she got that, we was like, okay, she's
okay,
definitely going to get
this
it
is
now.
her
Okay,
year.
definitely now. Okay.
It's kind of like Eddie Murphy with Dream Girls. Is like I think Eddie should have won Best Supporting
Oh
Actor.
yeah, he was good. He was
Yeah,
good.
he was nominated, but then he didn't win. It's like, and they said like he was like pissed, like you didn't see him no more. I think he left right after
They
that
said
because
he
that was like that
stormed
was the
out. That's
first
what
award like for the night. Yeah, the Best Supporting Actor.
they
When
said.
Eddie
Allegedly,
didn't
he
win, when
stormed
Eddie
out.
didn't win, he got the fuck out of there. That's the
Yeah,
story. Yeah,
that's what I heard. Allegedly,
because like he
he
just knew he
angrily
had it. He was
stormed
like
out.
that was his year, and that probably was his one shot. Like unless
Mhm.
he has like a some kind of spectacular role down the line, which who knows? Like that might have been Eddie's only shot at ever winning an Oscar.
Mhm.
Like, so
Like we know, like certain people are like perennial nominees, like Denzel.
Denzel,
Anytime Denzel doesn't win, you know he's going to be nominated.
like all like
Which
Meryl Streep's
Meryl
ass.
Streep,
Always nominated.
which
Like,
McCall got his stuff under his thing now. Mahershala Ali, you know, like if he does,
Mahershala
he's going to
Ali.
get nominated.
No, he's a regular nominee.
It's certain ones that are going to get nominated like regularly now.
Leo, he's like usually hanging around. So yeah,
Yeah, Leo
finally got
DiCaprio.
him one. Like it took him a while. Leo finally
Yeah, for
got
what was that? The remnant, what was that?
the one with that
Remnant,
fucking monster and shit.
remnant, whatever that one was
Yeah.
called.
He should have won Wolf of Wall Street, but that's I gotta see who else was nominated that year. But that's the one that was my shit.
Yeah, but it's certain ones that are going to get every year. You're like, okay.
Jordan Belfort was that fucking dude and shit. Like, shit. That's where I learned what Quaalude was worth from that movie and shit. Basically,
But some movies just didn't need their sequels. If
yeah.
you guys have more, tap in,
I'm
give
sure
us more.
might be more with it. You know, it's like, maybe some more that, but there's lots of movies that did not need sequels. Like I'm on the fence with the Die Hard movies, but yeah, it's
Especially when the stuff just the story completely seems to wrap in a bow. Why are you going to undo that bow?
like Ocean's 11. That's like,
Yeah, it was in a bow.
yeah, like, it didn't make sense. Like, we putting the band back together. It was like a one shot thing. It's like, okay, we putting this team together to
And we can
rob
never
this
see each
casino.
other ever
We're gonna rob
again.
this casino and that's it. It's like, yeah, it's like it's like if they did a Harlem Nights Part Two and shit, and then like somehow what's the name Bugsy survives and now he's after like yeah, it'd be like
Or,
that and shit. It's like
well,
yeah,
which McCart survived, so Danny Aiello
Phil
survived.
Cantone like he gets
Because
out
he
of the
was still
vault.
alive. Phil
Yeah,
Cantone
Phil
was still
Cantone
alive.
escapes the vault and now he's out for revenge on Sugar Ray and Quick and it'd be like that. It's like
That would have been
the way it ended
trash.
was just fine. It's
That
like,
would have been trash. Yeah.
yeah. And then you doing and then you do it, and then you do everything but bigger and shit. Is like once again, American Pie in these sequels either. Speaking of
Yeah,
that,
there you go. Thank you.
like if they did like a Harlem Nights, they would have another alley fight with Vera and shit. Like they like just you got to redo everything and this time she's doing like backflips and shit. Like you do everything bigger and shit. Like
I can't wait to see that.
like do Vera doing the Karate Kid, like, which also didn't need sequels. The Karate Kid. There we go. The first one ended perfectly. We didn't need sequels to that shit.
After he did the switch kick thing, and then
He
roll
wins the tournament. Yeah, it's like yes, Mr. Miyagi, we won. Yeah, and then like roll credits. That's what. Yeah, we don't need to see like the more
Oh,
adventures.
which McCart? Teen Wolf did a sequel.
I forgot that Teen Wolf 2 was a thing. I forgot that was a thing.
Especially the guy that has junk out the end of the first one.
And you got Bateman and shit is like now like Teen Wolf. Like, what happened to Michael J. Fox? Yeah, Bateman.
And then we said it was low key racial, and it was a low key racial implication.
I know, yeah, that's a fan theory that the wolf represented the black man.
But now he's good at basketball.
Play basketball, saw him break dancing. The hot blonde wants him now. Was
White
like
girls like him now.
exactly, yeah. She wants him.
Like, stay away from you're half. I know what you're half.
Yeah, stick wolf. With your own kind, freak. It's like yeah.
Stick with your own kind. Wolf. We know what wolf means. N-word. I heard it. At
the end of the movie, it's like, yeah, we don't use the wolf. Yeah, like we don't need the black guy. We just gotta grind it out with grit. Yeah, we don't need that. It's like we don't need all the we don't need Showtime. Yeah, we'll be the 86 Celtics. Yes, with Larry Bird and Kevin McHale, we'll be the 86 Celtics. We don't need Showtime. Fancy passes. It's like, yeah, we don't no look passes. That's not basketball. Grind and grit. It's like that was the message at the end of the team.
We did below the rim, not above the rim.
We play below the rim.
Not above.
Game with that too.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that's like a fan theory that the wolf represented the like being black. Scott finds out he's half black, like when he gets
he was passing.
Yeah.
I passed. I'm actually part wolf, but yeah. I've been passing as a regular man.
Exactly, yeah.
We know what that meant. Some of y'all grannies passed, but we know it.
Amen.
We know what happened.
Predator didn't he see with Danny Glover and shit.
He was too old for that shit. He's definitely too old.
If Arnold's not in it, I don't want it and shit.
And then they had the AVP. Then they crossed over Alien versus Predator, and then
the Predator like a few years ago. A reboot is like all of that shit we could have ignored. Is like The
He'll be up
I
here.
want Arnold and fucking Carl Weathers and Bill Duke, Jesse Ventura. That's
Jesse
my
the body.
predator. It's like, that's what I want.
I ain't got time to bleed.
Please, Jesse.
When he had the what's he
Payback time. Yeah, yeah.
payback time?
Yeah, the
Murphy, the
fucking
gun he has.
yeah. Which shout out was CJ had one on GTA for Grand San Andreas. He had the minigun like Jesse.
Because that was the gun that our brother. So he said that's the gun that you put on the helicopter.
Yeah,
So
he
the
said
fact that
that
he was just carrying this gun
Jesse can carry
around,
it. You got to be like in shape to carry that.
that's the one you put on the helicopter. That's not
Those
the
are
one you just
typically
carry
mounted.
around like.
Feels like the fucking pack itself is like 100 pounds, like the ammo pack is like, then the
Yeah.
weapon is probably another like 150 or something like that. It's like, yeah. So yeah, it's like
You gotta
250 you
be a
carrying
big
around
boy.
basically.
You
Yeah,
gotta be a big boy to carry that around.
yeah. Like the ammo pack
You got
itself.
bitch about 400 to carry that
Yeah,
around.
it was like 'cause the ammo pack itself was like damn near 100 pounds. It's like, just the
Like 100
ammunition
pounds
and
for
shit. Yeah.
80 to 100 pounds. Yeah.
The bullets were like this long. Like yeah, bullets for that were like this long. Like that. A lot of firepower. Jesse was like cutting motherfuckers up with that shit. Yeah. Some bullets were huge. Hell yeah. But where we starting this shit? Yeah, we went on a whole like rant there.
Trash.
A lot going on right now. we oh well, since we going old school, shout out October 18th was a very milestone day in media. It's like, October 18th, 40 years ago in 1984 was the day that Denise Huxtable made a knockoff of Gordon Gartrell for Theo. Some people like on this day 40 years ago, Denise made Theo a fake Gordon Gartrell. So that was October 1884. I'm like, it's a classic.
You don't like it?
Look at this. It's 10 sizes too big. His collar's all crazy. It's tucked into my socks.
Something to my socks. That was classic. That was great comedic timing by Malcolm Jamal Warren when he said, "It's tucked into my socks."
Yep, that was 40.
That was great timing.
October 18th, 1984. Like, so I was like, oh, that's cool.
Well, why was Cliff tripping about him getting $100 shirt? Why was Cliff tripping about that?
Well, 84, like $95 for a shirt. It's like, let's do the math. It's probably like
It's
about
like you,
$400 for one shirt
it's
now.
like we saw your collection of Coochie swears, Dr. Huxtable.
You were a doctor, like well, like you said with Vanessa, like, but your mother and I are rich.
Yeah, well, that's true.
You have nothing.
And then he said the only boy who should have it
He's on stage with his four brothers. Yeah, he did a little Jackson 5 reference. No teenager should have a $95 shirt unless he's on stage with his four brothers.
I mean, I get, but then we look at how these kids are with now. Like I'm seeing kids walking around with Marc Jacob totes and like,
and when the whole Supreme thing was like the Supreme, like all of that was going on. Supreme hoodies, $1,200 for like a hoodie kind of shit.
Yeah, no.
Or shout out Virgil and shit when the off-white, yeah, like you get like the off-white Jordans and shit. It's like
no, Khalil gonna get these regular Jordans. I mean, he had some regular Jordans, and you're not getting
not getting the Virgil, not getting the Travis Scotts and shit. Is like, yeah, which I almost hit on, by the way, the Travis Scotts, like the Travis Scott Jordan ones, like which are now like that's probably a $10,000 sneaker now.
Damn.
I didn't hit though, like because I did enter the ref one hit though. A bad hit though. Yeah, I got a little bit of heat, but I didn't hit on that one. I have hit before on the sneakers app. Because you can say what you want about me, but I'm not paying more than retail. Like I don't go to StockX and shit and like
oh yeah, I'm not doing StockX.
I go there to look for fun just to see how much my shit is worth. That's why I go there to like to appraise my shit basically. That's the only reason I go to sites like StockX and the Goat and all of that. But I've never bought anything from either of those. Like okay, yeah, I got the shattered backboards. Okay, those are like 600. Okay, yeah. You got your chest. Yeah, that was a $600 sneaker I got right there. You start feeling yourself a little bit, and you pay retail for this shit. So
yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's great. Nostalgic history. 40 years ago in the making.
The other day, the Gartrell. I was like, True story. When I was working the morning show years ago, Malcolm Jamal Warner, he had a phone or he a phone interview he called in and shit. Yeah.
Mhm.
He was like at the time, he has his band, like so he was there, he was trying to promote his,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know he did like spoken word and stuff he
That's
was
what he
doing.
was doing. He
Yeah.
was calling to promote
Mm-hmm.
that. Like, but of course, like we all grew up with, so everybody wanted to
He's
talk
Theo
about, yeah,
Huxtable.
Theo Huxtable stuff. That's what everybody wanted to talk about. And then I had the question of that. Ryan said one more question before we let you. I was like, we next time in town, can you bring me a Gordon Gartrell? And we all just like fell out laughing, including Malcolm and shit. Just bring me a Gordon Gartrell, damn it. Mm. Did you see Corey Holcomb? He appeared on the Cam Newton's Funky Friday podcast. Did you check?
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Like,
Chicago.
yeah. Now everybody's getting in on the game after Club Shay Shay. Everybody's like, we getting some of that Club Shay Shay money. So Cam Newton got him one. It's a similar setup. It's like he like it's like the fireplace and the bed. The Cam Newton's looks like a study.
Like a
Like
study. Yeah, I've seen him because I saw what the psychiatrist got in
yeah,
his ass. I saw that when the
yeah.
lady, I saw that
Know
clip.
how yeah, like back in the day, the old heads they didn't have man caves, they had studies. That's
They
what
had
men had.
studies.
Men had their
And then
study.
they had this is what they do.
Like Mr. Drummond had his study on
They
different
put
stuff.
on they put on their smoking jacket and had a glass of brandy
Glass of brandy or a nice cigar, like you said.
with their smoking jacket on,
You know,
looking looking at their stocks, looking in their newspaper. Let's see how my stocks did today. That's what they did.
yeah, nice cigar that you lit with $100 bill and shit. And you looking like Winthorpe, like pork belly. He's just like like that, or the Dukes and shit, looking like
The wealthy, the other side
they had studies
of the
back in the day. But
of
that's
the
all
railroad
Cam
tracks. How they did it.
and Corey. Like Corey's gonna be Corey. He was like going in on the chicks with BBLs, basically saying that but you no ain't nobody like wifing you really. It's like because you think about it, all because it's like when chicks have got married with BBS, like all of them ended up divorced and shit. I'm like, let's think about that.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Kim Kardashian, she was divorced a couple times.
the whole time.
Cardi B is going through a divorce right now. I'm like, it might be something to that. It's like BBA. He's like, cause dude just see you. They just want to fuck. They not trying to wife you. No, Corey. Yeah. That's the shot sound right there.
Corey's from Chicago, so
And is not trying to be main. Like Corey ain't trying to be on the View and shit, or like he ain't trying to be Steve Harvey and host Family Feud. Like,
no,
Corey
he's
is
not trying
like
to be Kevin Hart.
he doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a fuck.
He's like, I got the hood. That's all I need. And shit, basically. That's
Corey
what
has no filter. Corey
yeah,
would be at the Wintrust like, I ain't got no filter. You're gonna get these jokes.
exactly.
That's
He's
what
like,
Corey's gonna be doing.
I
He's
got
gonna
the
be in the
hood,
airy
and that's
crown.
all I need. It's like it's the hood. Like I ain't trying to be mainstream. It's like, that's what
Right.
Corey. So he gonna say whatever. That's why even Cam was like looking at all some of the stuff. And I think Corey was trolling Cam too. What he had on was like, Cam is like known for his like wild fashion.
He
And
dressed he
Corey
dresses
was
like
dressed
Erica
kind of. He was
Badu.
kind of dressed like Cam on that. Like he got to be trolling. 'Cause I ain't never seen Corey wear nothing like that in my life. He had to be trolling with what he was wearing.
Like with the hat that Arby's hat. Like I don't like I
Yeah,
don't get it.
and he has his locks going out of it. All but
I don't know what I mean, but it's an expression of himself. So hey, do you? But Corey, he don't care. Corey want to say what's on his mind, and you have to think about the future. Like you get these BBLs now, we don't know the long-term effects of these BBLs.
that's what he was saying on that too. Is
We
like
don't.
he said it's a mental illness. He's like, what's his on like? Yeah, gonna get your ass cracked open. And they squirt some Air Jordan stuff in there and sew it back up. He's like, that ain't normal. It's like it's a mental illness. Like
You have to think about it, like what down the line. Okay, yeah, it looks well. A lot of them don't even look good now because it's like your ass to thigh ratio is way off. It's
right.
way off. You can't have a 50-inch ass and these tiny legs under it. That doesn't look good. You
Where
can't
the
just
whole conversation with BBLs, where it started is because of Kim Kardashian. Because they're talking about how like people you might start somewhere, but you end like basically she started sex tape is where she started.
Mhm.
But then when Cam kept saying trying to say that she was like she's like one of the most influential people in the world. And Corey wasn't trying to hear that. Like he was like, well, think about it. It's like, yeah, like the whole like BBL thing started because of her. Like it's like she kind of because chicks wanted to like it made it mainstream. It was chicks like doing that like more like stripperish probably, but like that made it like yeah,
But
the
now it's a thing
mainstream, like the
because like
BBL
I
thing
know I
mainstream.
know someone who got BBL who I used to
So
work with.
I know a couple of girls that got
Who I
BBL.
used to work with. I'm like in the type of work that we do, it's like we don't need BBLs in the type of job that we do. So it's like, I
I'm thinking of
mean,
two off the top of my head right now that got BBLs and they not entertainers or nothing. It's like
yeah, like I get like Instagram models and stuff like that. Okay, that's your
or even
brand, air
even a
quote.
stripper like that is
Yeah,
like
strippers, okay, whatever. But OnlyFans, obviously, you know.
if you working in real estate, do you really need a BBL? It's like you know what I'm saying? It's like like you're real estate agent. It's like you
You
really
work
need
at Walmart, do you need a
you really need a
BBL?
BBL for that.
I've seen some BBLs in Walmart. Like, do you need that at Walmart? I don't think you do.
I was at Jewel a couple of weeks ago. I think I was on the phone with you, and I pulled a Rob. I was like, "Holy BBL, Batman!" It's like this chick had one of them obvious ones that you mentioned that don't even look real. It's like holy BBL, Batman.
Like, I don't want to walk around looking like a wisdom tooth. Like, I'm just gonna keep what I have, what I was blessed with, you know. Like, you know, when we say jokingly, sometimes small women, you can grow into your body. Like, you get older, you have some kids, you'll grow into some things.
Yeah.
You will. You'll grow into it. Just let nature take its course and grow into your body.
Mm.
But yeah, it's like we don't know the long-term effects because, like, yeah, now, but like in 20 years, 25 years, that shit could go bad. And then, like, what happens when your stuff goes bad? When muscles start to die, then like your skin, have you ever seen like when the thing starts to die? What's that called? Ne
Um,
necrophagia, whatever it's called. Like when the muscles are like
not
dying.
atrophy is what I know. I don't know if that's like something
It's
else.
necro something where like it's actually dying under, and then it's like it turns like your skin like gets discolored, and yeah, because like your muscles are dying under there, basically.
It's like years ago, like
Oh.
before the BBL, we old enough to remember like when breast implants
Yeah,
was
silicone
when
implants,
that
yeah.
was the we be all and end all was the
The
breast.
90s, yeah.
And then
Mhm.
like after like a while, like those started leaking, like and chicks were dying because they were like getting that stuff into their body, like they started the poison was
People
getting in there.
got paralyzed because you saw like one person, like her whole, like this was like
So
she
the
was
silicone
paralyzed on one
leaking
side of
into
her
the body,
body.
like yeah,
Yeah, because it leaked her breast
they didn't
implant.
know the
Her breast
long term
implant leaked.
effects of these implants, like.
Yeah.
And now we don't know what's going to happen like in 20 years with these BBLs. We really don't. Yeah.
Well, with any surgery, like we said, you keep on pulling, pulling, pulling. Gravity once goes up, comes down.
We saw
It's
that.
gravity.
Michael Joseph Jackson. We saw that shit.
Pull all you want.
How like his it started innocently enough, like his surgery. He broke his nose
Oh,
like
yeah.
while like he was doing some
Performing.
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. He probably made a wrong turn, fell, and like busted his shit. So you got one surgery and then got a second one to like because like to clear it because like the first one I guess to open it up a little bit more. Like yeah.
Yeah.
And after that second one, he was hooked. But he like it started with just the first one, and then like after the second one, and that the second one's probably around Thriller. That's when he should have quit. Yeah, like that's the yeah, because he got the one like the first one like around off the wallish, and the second one was Thriller, and that like that should have been it. Yeah. And then he
Yeah.
just became an obsession. It's like yeah,
Because Michael, like I said, like we can be transparent. The Jackson, they were a good looking family. The Jackson, they were a very good looking family. All of them, they were very good looking,
yeah.
very attractive family.
And
And
Janet was bay and shit for me. That was my first ever crush was Janet Jackson. So I know they were good looking.
like all of them, like they all look like all of them look alike. Reby, like when back then, Reby, Latoya, Janet, they all look
Yeah,
same face.
yeah.
All of them had that same face.
A few years back when of Michael Jackson out at 2300 Jack Street, they were doing a Michael Jack a tribute. It might have been the
Hmm.
year after like the 1 year anniversary of his death or something like that. So it was
Yeah, I think it was.
a few
Yeah.
years ago, like that, 14 there. So And I took mom out there because she wanted to go. I took her out to and she
Hmm.
had never seen the house, so she wanted, and she kept like commenting on how small the house was. Like, Joseph, he raised
Hmm.
all the people in a little bitty house. She was like, was like the size of her garage, basically, like the
Yeah, our
whole
house
house.
is small. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Latoya was there, and then mom she kept saying like she looks like Janet because it looks so much alike because like she was out
Hmm.
there. She was like, yeah, and me and Rebe like we slept in the living room. We didn't even have her because a 2 bedroom house. Like the
Yeah.
boys had a room, and then Joseph and Catherine. Yeah, it's like
Hmm.
Janet might have it was either not born yet or maybe a baby. It's like yeah. It's like, but
Hmm.
there was something she was like, yeah, me and Rebe, we slept on the living room and the floor on the floor.
Yeah, that's tough.
So that might have
But
been the first time she had been back there since they left. That might have been Latoya's
it
first
is a
time.
mental thing because people do have what's it, body dysmorphia? Is that
Yeah.
what it's called? Yeah.
Well, you
So what
still
you see in the
you think
mirror,
you look bad, but everybody else like you look fine. It's a mental
mhm,
illness. It's true. It's
mhm.
true. Yeah.
And then leave your face alone, like because after a while, everybody looks like a cat. Like you look like a cat when you start pulling your face.
It's looking
Just
crazy as hell. Like Tony Braxton looks weird. Vivica Fox looks weird. And these are like beautiful women in their prime. It's like they just look weird now because they did something to their face and shit. It's
everybody
like
looks like a cat when you start messing with your face. You got
oh,
like that, you know that
Jada, she was looking weird for a while. She might have like pulled
it
back because
was.
Jada and shit.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
I think
think
that she had got she looked like she did something to her cheeks.
yeah, she looking weird for a
And
while.
with her being so petite, because she's a very petite woman, so it's like, yeah, she's very petite. It's like you don't, your body can't hold that. She's very small, so.
Y'all doing all this weird shit to your face and shit. Yeah, like knock it off, man. But
But
Michael, when it started turning left, was like around bed with the homies. At least that's when we started to say, "What's up with Mike?" Because like from Thriller to Bad, he definitely looked like a different person by then.
yeah,
Which is where like the conspiracy theories say that Michael Jackson actually died during the
during the Pepsi
Pepsi
incident, yeah.
yeah. And then like was the imposter for the next 25 years from 84 to 2009 wasn't actually Michael. Because if he dies at the height of his popularity, Thriller is like we Michael Jackson can't die at the height of his popularity. So they got a fake Michael and then like ran that guy for like the next 25 years. So when he actually died, he had actually died 25 years before. Shit. So
That's
that's
an
like
impo that's
that's like
that's a
conspiracy.
conspiracy theory for your ass right there.
Yeah. Because that's when all the weird shit started happening after 84, when you think about it. Because Michael was always a little eccentric, like even before that, but like all that weird shit, like
The Elephant Man's
Elephant
phone,
Man, the high the chamber, all of that
chamber.
Wacko Jacko, all of that shit started happening after like 84. Like it's like all of that weird shit started happening after, yeah. So I'm like, it's definitely a theory. It's definitely something to think about.
We need Jaguar Ryan and Orlando Brown, and they'll know if it's true. They'll crack the code with that.
It's
Because
definitely
Jaguar Ryan apparently knows everybody's dirt, so we need her to confirm that.
the latest one. She said that Meg Thee Stallion was trans. That's the latest one I heard.
That's dumb.
She's
Every,
just, she's just out. Except for that Piers Morgan shit, I guess she just said, "Fuck it,
everybody isn't trans,
fuck
but
it."
that's dumb.
I'm just going all in on it now with shit after the Piers Morgan shit.
He's not trans.
Yeah,
Because I mean, then you put this in a dangerous thing. So women over 5'6" can't be, it's like if a woman is taller than average, it's like every woman that's tall is a man now.
hear that? Yeah, like as multiple women, you've heard that.
That's stupid.
Like Serena Williams had those rumors at one
They
point.
said whatchamacallit had those rumors, but she
Michelle,
they said
Michelle
Sierra.
Sierra, Michelle Obama. There's been rumors about
That's
any
dumb.
woman over a certain height has had those rumors about them or something.
And then what we know is about the three of them, they're mothers, they had children, so clearly they're not men. If you've been pregnant and had a child, you're not a man. Sorry. Don't mean to say it like that, but let me be technical. Biologically, you have XX if you can have a baby. Because I know it's a lot of other, and I don't want to get canceled. I'm not trying,
We
but XX you can push a baby out XX is what I'm saying. So saying that these ladies are men just because they're tall Or if somebody has like a deep voice, like every woman doesn't have a high voice. Some women have, like Glorilla has a alto, has a deeper voice.
Yeah. Big Glow. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
popular.
some women have deeper voices. Every woman isn't five, as Lloyd, every woman isn't 5'2".
I have to. Oh, it
Every woman isn't 5'2".
So we're talking conspiracy theories. Let's go down this rabbit hole. Let's just keep.
Oh gosh. Let's get the juice.
Cavallari, yeah, the ex-wife of Jay Cutler, like she was like, she
Oh,
was on a podcast and she says that, like forget cloning Tyrone, she thinks they cloned Kanye and shit. Like, it's like, oh my god, because she mentioned that on this podcast that they cloned Kanye and shit. And it's like some good because like Kanye, that's another one. Like Kanye, like the way he was, like pre like 2009-ish, like yeah, around
mhm.
Taylor Swift. Let's call it there. It's like pre that and post that. It's like the Taylor Swift and Kanye. And she said that Kanye did say to her that if he ever started acting weird, then it's not really me. That's what she said. That he said. So, and Kanye he has been acting weird. It's like so. Did they
Well, he's
clone?
yay now. First of all, he's yay now.
He's
Not even
yay. Not
Kanye.
even
He's
Kanye.
yay.
He's yay. He's
He's
yay.
yay, first of
Yeah.
all.
He said, if I ever disappeared and started acting differently, it wouldn't really be me. It's like I gotta do the Kanye voice.
His voice changed because like when he was on that interview with Chris Jenner when she had that horrible show, and when he was talking, I was like, who is this? Who is this talking? That's not Kanye. You from 79th and South Shore Drive. That's not 79th Street
Exactly.
right
Yeah,
there.
I know exactly where the Donda house is at.
I know how that
Right.
sounds.
Yeah. He grew up like within like a few feet from Rainbow Beach. You can see Rainbow Beach from your back porch, basically. That's how close he was.
You said she could afford a car. You said car. Like, that's how you
Well, she
you
bought a
spoke
daughter
the
a
Chicago
Lexus.
accent.
Yeah,
I
so
don't say
it
car.
looked like
I do say
she
car
cut
when
it
I
all
say
off.
it.
Now she looked like Eve. It's like we know.
Yeah. You he has Chicago accent
18 years.
now.
18 years. And on the 18th birthday, you found out it wasn't his. It's like we know.
Yeah, he had the Chicago accent definitely, but somewhere along the line, his voice did change some.
Did they clone Kanye? It's like,
Which they closed Turbo. I did enjoy that movie. I did enjoy it. I know some people would try to say it was trash. I liked it. It had a undercover brother feel to it.
okay.
That's what it felt like. A little bit of Get Out with Undercover Brother. It felt like that type. If you like kind of mix those
That
together,
kind of
that
vibe.
kind of vibe.
Okay.
And then I like Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx was good in it.
Yeah.
And your girl was in it too. Tiana Paris was in it, your girl.
Okay. Mom, the ill-fated Chirac.
And the other guy, I can't think of his name. The one who was in the Star Wars movies.
From he played Finn, like yeah, the Black Stormtrooper. Is that the one you saw?
The
Or
new one. Yeah, he was in the new Star Wars movies. Yeah. What's his
I'm
name?
assuming that's who you're talking about.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking
His
about.
name was
Yeah.
Finn. I can't think of the actor's name,
So
but
when he took off the thing and you guys were like, oh,
yeah.
okay.
And that caught some like flack online, like from certain people. If you get my
You know
drift,
it was.
it's like hey, you love Star Wars up until that moment.
Certain people whose ancestors may or may not have worn hoods and burned things. We'll say it like that. You
It
may
was
have
like
worn hoods and
a
burned
one
things.
second click because in the trailer and like they show him saying that like you saw this backlight, oh, this movie it look like it's gonna be trash. Like I know why you think it's gonna be trash because people were excited about a new Star Wars. So you saw that shit, but what do I know? Hey, when he took off his the hood, took off his helmet, and it was the black dude.
And then you took off your hood by showing what you.
So y'all both took your helmets. But
We know where it is. Don't
let's
try
do
to scare me with the, oh, well, I think that. Shut up. Have a seat.
Since we talked about Kristen Cavallari, that's something about her husband Jay Cutler. You saw he got arrested. Did you see that?
Are they still together? I thought they were. I don't know. Like, were they? I thought
Her
they were
ex.
getting.
I said ex. Yeah.
Okay, I was like, because couples sometimes they be still married, but then they be complicated married, and well, they just be bad
Cardi,
marriage for life,
Cardi
I
B and
guess.
Offset. Oh yeah, bad marriage for
Oh
life.
no, they be bad marriage. I don't know.
But yeah,
So
Mr.
what did he get
Cutler,
arrested
yeah, DUI and gun possession. I didn't see the gun possession charge. I saw that right now. Okay. Okay. So you drunk driving around with guns. All right, Jay, I'll see you.
for? My thing is, why are people getting DUI still? We have Ubers, we have Lyfts.
And I know you can afford. I can afford an Uber, so I know you can. You're a millionaire. It's like,
You can get an Uber Black. You could get
you
Uber
could,
Black.
yeah, you could hire a fucking personal driver and shit. It's just like,
There you go.
it's like, yeah, I know you can afford this shit. Yeah.
Why are we getting Ubers? I mean, why are we getting DUIs? Get an Uber.
Yep. And Tennessee, yeah, he had a DUI following minor traffic collision. It's probably a little fender bender, and then when they like yeah, they did the field sobriety test or whatever,
Yeah.
or like the
Going.
breathalyzer, and then said, okay, yeah. You gotta arrest you and shit, yeah. And then guess when they searched him, he had his shit. I don't know if he had a permit. I don't see like, but it did have a weapon on him. I don't know if he like had a permit to carry, or like if Tennessee, like are they like a constitutional carry state? I don't know. It's like,
Yeah, like you gotta know your gun laws when you go to different
oh,
areas
definitely,
of the
yeah.
country. You gotta know where
I
you're
have to
going.
like pay attention to that shit.
Hmm.
It's like gun licenses are not like driver's licenses. Like
They don't go from state to state.
I can go rent a car in California and drive and like and show my license. But if I carry a gun and show my concealed carry license from Illinois, they're gonna be like, don't recognize this shit. They're gonna arrest
Right.
me. Like that's an Illinois gun license. Yeah, we don't recognize this shit in California. It's like so
Hmm.
you gotta know what state you're in. It's yeah. And in
Hmm.
some states, you don't need a permit at all. It's like, as long as you like over 21 and you have no felonies, you can carry. It's like, it
Hmm.
depends. You just got to know your gun laws.
Do your research. That's the thing. Learn your stuff.
But as Caleb Williams is ascending, former quarterback Jay Cutler, he's going the opposite direction. There you go. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, Jay got arrested. And this is like right after I read that Kristen Cavallari said his ex-wife about Kanye being cloned. I was like, say both in the news at the same time.
I totally missed that about Jay.
Yeah. Oh, Jay Cutler.
I saw that King.
That was a fun era of Bears football, though, even though they didn't win shit. It's like with
I saw
Cutler
that.
and Forte and yeah,
Oh,
Briggs,
Devin Hester,
Esther. That
and
was a fun era of
it
Bears.
was.
They
That's how I got into football. I started watching football during that time.
during the Jay Cutler era.
So that's how I got into football,
Yeah,
watching it during that time.
yeah.
Speaking of arrest, I did see that King got arrested.
Ah, King Harris. That's where I was going next.
Oh my
Where I was going
God.
next. King Harris got arrested. For those that don't know, King Harris is the 19-year-old son of Clifford Harris, better known as T.I. Tip Harris. That's
And
Tip's son.
Tiny Harris.
And Tiny, Tip and Tiny's son. Yeah. He got
Who
arrested
stands
in
on business.
Georgia. He got arrested in Georgia after a run in with the police. Yeah, I ain't gonna do this whole thing in the TI's voice. They
And
arrested
stood
him.
on business. That's what
They arrested him expeditiously.
expeditiously.
Yeah,
He acquired because they did not acquire you gotta do the TI. Unnecessary vocabulary words. Like just say one syllable, two syllable words. You ain't gotta
that's
do all
he remember Oswald Bates from In Living Color. That's
that.
y'all know exactly Damon Wayans character that used words that he didn't know what the hell he was saying.
But the thing is, like, okay, like Ti does have a good vocabulary, but he does too much. He must have really did the Malcolm X thing when Malcolm X read the
Read the
dictionary.
dictionary.
He really must have done that.
He must have actually read the dictionary cover to cover when he was locked up. Yeah. Because he didn't do that before he got locked. When he came out of prison, that's when he started using all these big vocabulary when he got out of prison. It was after it's when all of that happened. Yeah.
But when I saw that he got arrested, I'm like, This
Because when
boy.
they put here's things you got to know what's going on with you. You got to know what's going on with your record too. Because he got pulled over for a traffic stop, and then when they ran his license, he had a
He had a
warrant
warrant
out for his arrest
in
in
another county. Yeah, he had a
another
warrant in
county
another
and shit.
county.
Because he no showed a court date. That's why. That's what. Yeah, he had a court date, no showed it, so they put out a warrant for his arrest. That's how that happened. Yeah.
Mhm.
And so yeah, Mr. King Harris, yeah, got put the cuffs on right away
Well, I
then.
think that it should be a learning curve because at some point, as parents, you gotta cut your apron strings from your kids because King is about to be a father. He
Yeah,
has a child on the way,
he's been
and
problematic for like the last year or two. It's like, yeah,
you can't be doing shit like this, and you got a baby on the way.
yeah,
You about to be someone's parent. That's a scary thing. Being a parent is a very scary thing. Like this child is going to look to you 100% for everything.
yeah,
So you got to be on top of your shit. You can't be getting arrested and doing, no, you can't be doing that goofy shit. You got to get it together. So I'm hoping that his parents are going to cut some apron strings and hold him accountable for his actions because he out here playing gangster and it's like your dad was a real gangster. Your dad your dad was in the street, so you wouldn't have
yeah.
to be in the streets.
He did dirt, yeah. That's why he wanted to raise y'all so y'all can be trust fund babies. Yeah.
Yeah, your dad was in these
You ain't
streets.
gotta be out in there doing dirt in these streets. I did that back in my day.
Mhm.
It's like
Because when he was talking, when I listened to the Fly XM, and then when the Alexa asked him,
Serious
"What
X
was
and fly.
is it Alexa there? What was your job before you were rapping?" And then he was like, "Well, you know, oh, never mind." He was like, "Well, you know, what did you do before you rapped?" Mm, I moved some things. We'll just say like that. You move some stuff. You know, we know some people have some
Mhm.
sordid past. We know
Yeah.
that.
Yes, we definitely do.
But it's like but who didn't have it? Like not being funny, but the Rockefellers, all them, like they bootleg the people like back in the day, they bootlegged some of these
Yeah.
people.
Can't
Where'd they bootleg?
entities.
Where'd they bootleg? Where were they bootlegging?
Yeah, most wealth was built on some bullshit.
Mhm. And then you made your stuff legit. Like you took your dirty money, you cleaned it, you made it legit.
Watch that money and shit. Looking like Ghost and Tommy Egan and
And so
shit.
now you don't have to do the shady dealings. Now you can be legit. Okay, now I'm legit.
Yeah. It's like another one.
But
As we not new with this as we shift gear. Another one who's like we talk about who got arrested was us talking about who's getting out of prison. I think I'm Big Meech, like Big Meech. He's Big Meech. Yeah, he's they moved him to a halfway house because he's scheduled. They saying a 2025 release. I don't know when, but like he's out of prison technically. Yeah, because a
okay,
halfway house you can come and go with that. You just
right.
got a curfew. You just got to be
You
back in
gotta
it.
check in basically. You
So
checking in.
basically, he's out. It's like yeah. So
Mhm.
yeah. But yeah, he's in a halfway house. So for those but most of our how we know Big Meech is two ways. It's like from the Rick Ross
Rick
song
Ross.
"Fast" like some years ago, or like from fans now that watch the BMF show on Stars. It's like yeah,
Yeah,
like
Lil Meech.
yeah,
Who
Little Meech is like yeah, like he's playing Big Meech. Yeah, you know, Little Meech. Like,
looks like they say evil Derrick Rose. Everybody got a twin. They call him evil Derrick Rose.
but like I'm learning more about Big Meats through the show. It's like even though it's like it's loosely based on Big Meats. That's what they even say that in disclaimer. It's like yeah, it's like the what you watching is fictional, but a lot of this shit actually happened.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
that's
how
what
you
I'm
get
saying.
around it because it's like you don't want to admit, like, okay, maybe you didn't kill, I didn't kill 30 people, I only killed five. Maybe it might be that. You get what I mean? So it's like,
It's a fictional, but a lot of this shit probably happened. Like back
that's why they say
then.
based on true events.
That's what said. That's why they do it. It says based on true events, but a lot of this shit did happen. That's like the disclaimer they have at the beginning of everything.
Sensationalized.
Yeah,
Some things may have been sensationalized
yeah,
because they don't want to truly throw themselves on it. Because like, who's going to tell? Like, I got bodies. People ain't going to know.
like Casino,
Everything
same
got
thing. It's
bodies. Yeah.
I'm sure Ace probably did way more dirt than they showed in the movie. But since it was his version of events, like yeah, he didn't talk about the shit he did. I'm sure he's talking
Oh
about the
yeah.
shit the other guys, yeah, they were doing it. He ain't talking about his dirt and that. Yeah, like he's
It's still messing me up. They have buried them alive in that field in Indiana. That still
oh
messes me
big
up.
brother, yeah, that yeah, they buried him, yeah, in the
And we
cornfield
drove past there. I'm like, so somewhere along here, these
where they
guys
dug up
live
their bodies, like right around here.
like
Yeah.
around here. We've driven that route before. So
Exactly. Northwest Indiana is where they found them. Yeah. But yeah, that's Big Meech and yeah, the like I said, the BM but what's Rick Ross's song was called BMF. Yeah, blowing money fast. What is the
hmm
so the Black Mafia family is what Meech's organization was called. And what the
hmm
show is basically about is about how he started in Detroit and basically like created a nationwide drug network. Is like that's what Meech did. Is like yeah, which is why he been doing in prison all this time because of that shit. What do he get like
hmm
30 years or something? I think he said he's getting out early for good behavior, but I think his sentence was something like 30 years, something crazy like that. Yeah.
And people are giving mixed reviews about what is he getting now. People are getting. But with any sentence, it's like so the point of prison is to reform. If someone does the crime, they should do the time.
Yeah.
So if somebody is completely like, let's be real, a lot of times when people go in, you're dumb, especially when you're younger. You're very dumb about
Yeah,
things.
Meech's been in there damn near 20 years at this point. It's been like over 15 or something. So he been in there for a while.
Yeah,
It's
you're
not
dumb,
like he ain't
especially
do no time and shit. He been in there for a while.
especially the younger you are. You
Yeah.
go in, you get convicted of a crime at 24. You in there till you 50.
Yeah.
You did 25 years.
Yeah. So yeah, he did like not like they let him out after like a year or two. Like dude,
24, you don't know. I mean,
yeah.
you don't know things. Like you
Yeah.
but in that time for that 25 years, you completely rehabilitate yourself. And you are a better person. You're not a threat to society anymore. The purpose of prison is to reform. It is. It's supposed to reform and rehabilitate.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it always works, but because some
That's
people end up going right back. Some people keep on
yeah.
going in and out. But, if he does the time, then are you still going to just keep on holding him because you don't like him? Basically, it's like, no, we're still going to hold him. We don't like him.
Yeah. But yeah, I he's like, yeah, he's doing his time and he's like hasn't gotten in any trouble like in prison. Like I don't see a problem with an
If
early
he's
release.
reformed, yeah. If it's just the purpose of prison is to reform.
With an early release, yeah, I don't see it. So now what about the other name that Rick Ross mentioned? Like there's been a whole movement about Larry Hoover. Like that's what the hood is looking at next. Like it's the founder of the Gangster Disciples for those that don't know.
hmm
Like Larry Hoover, that's why, and he been in prison all of our lives. Like yeah, that
Yeah,
dude. Like, I don't ever remember him not being in prison our whole life. He's been
our
locked.
whole life, yeah.
So he's like he's old now. You got to be like around 80 or something like that. So yeah,
hmm
they let Larry out. I won't be mad at that either. Because Kanye was talking about that when he went to see when he's at the White House with Trump. And he
hmm
asked Trump to pardon Larry Hoover. That's what he mentioned Larry Hoover's name. That's one of the things he mentioned. You give Larry Hoover a pardon. It's like yeah, he mentioned Larry. So Larry Hoover's name got mentioned in the Oval Office, which is hilarious.
We'll
So
be on the watch to see what happens.
yeah, the other name
Depending on who gets
they
into
got
office,
they got Rick Ross in some trouble. Like yeah, like some years back because
we'll be looking to see. Say, well,
we
the
got about
election,
2 weeks and some change now. Yeah, from the
but we'll
election.
see what whoever gets in office. We'll see what they do.
It's a very tight race right now. Was yeah,
We'll
is
see what they
and
decide to
both of
do
them are
because
like have been all over the place. Like we don't have really time. Maybe next week we'll break some of these, but they both like had like been all over with these interviews. like Trump, he appeared on Andrew Schultz podcast. I don't know if you know, he's stand-up comic. Yeah. Charlemagne's homie, basically. Like
Oh,
that's
okay.
the one who does the
Got it.
brilliant idiots with Charlemagne. Yeah, Andrew
Okay.
Schultz, he got his and then Charlemagne had Kamala on not on Breakfast Club, but on it was like a town hall that
Okay.
he hosted with her. She also appeared on Fox News in a
I saw
very
what you did on
very
Fox
wild
News.
last interview. That one went off the rails quick. I
Yeah,
gotta see it. I wonder if SNL did a parody of that one. It's like I didn't watch SNL the other night yet. I wonder if they did a parody of that one. But I watched that
I
whole
saw
interview.
that.
It went off the rails quick. Yeah, I watched the whole interview of
I
that.
saw like I saw bits and pieces of it going off the rails. I'm like, okay.
I watched the whole
I and I
Fox.
keep on going back to I miss days when people could just debate and actually be intellectual when you debate. The purpose of a debate is okay, if you say something that is false, I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna write my notes, and I'm gonna come back to it quickly and say, okay, actually, when my opponent spoke so and so, so and so, actually the results show da this. Then I'm gonna move to my spiel. That's how you debate.
And with
You don't name call. You don't name call each other. That's
and
not debating.
I don't see anything wrong with having a conversation with somebody. Like we can't even have
Mhm.
conversations these days. Like you get canceled for having a conversation. Going back to Andrew Schultz because he had Trump on his podcast. Like he was about to film a special. He was getting ready. Like the venue canceled like his spouse. It's saying that one had nothing to do with the other, but the timing is suspicious.
Clearly it
That
did.
they canceled. Yeah, you saw him, man. You had Trump and you canceled his stand-up special that he was having. It's like so like yeah, the timing is too suspicious to say like, oh yeah, well like the we need the venue for some other whatever they said, but we know why you really canceled this shit. So you can't have conversations. I'm trying to have conversations. I'm trying to like get local politicians like before election day on this podcast. Yeah.
Hmm.
I want to have those conversations. I don't see a problem. Like, yeah, if I had a
Yeah.
chance to have Trump on here, like, you think I would turn that down? That's like comedy gold there, man. I definitely would like go ahead. Like, yes, like
After a while, I might just have to mute myself because once you just start talking like just outrageous shit, like what? Like
I was just making a conversation. That's what Andrew Schultz did. Like he like made it like when
I
and
know
Trump
what
was
a
actually kind of
cautious.
funny on there. Like yeah, I was it was more like just like it was like a barbershop conversation more. It was more like
Yeah, I can't talk like goofy, like making unsubstantiated claim. Like I can have conversations, but making just like wild ass
oh, if somebody
accusations.
says some dumb shit, I call them out. Yeah.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
Like
Conversation. I love having a conversation. I do. I love a good.
yeah, if you say dumb shit, I'll call you out, of course. Yeah. It's like obviously, yeah, but
Oh yeah, you could do so and
conversation
so
like
so and
you
so.
shouldn't
No, you
cancel
can't.
folk. You shouldn't cancel people because they have conversations. I
Or
don't
you could do so and so. So if you do so and so so and so, you can so and so so and so. No, you can't. That's not true. You can't do that. No.
because
But yeah, that
that's what
is
happened
goofy.
with Kamala when she was on Fox News. Like when dude was like, because like the end he made a good point. He's like you talking about turning the page on like what are you turning the page on? Like you and Biden have like it's your administration for the last 3.5 years. She said, "Well, you know what I'm talking about." He's like, "No, what are you talking about?" And she never answered the question. She's like, "No, I don't know what somebody." And she just kept talking around and shit. She never
No,
really
you
answered.
gotta be clear.
He was like, "Yeah, no, I don't know what you're talking about."
I
Because
don't
most
like to
people
talk around.
just
I don't
go.
like the implications and inferring because we live in a society now where you gotta be very direct about what you say because people can misinterpret lots of things. Even with social media, like if you text something meant to be in a sarcastic tone
Oh, I had I had a
and
major one with
people
yeah.
and people think that it's not sarcastic and then it's like they're like, well, so, and then that's why, like, if I do make a sarcastic remark about something, then I'll put in parentheses sarcasm.
Have to put that now.
You have to put that so people can know that you're being facetious when you
I
say
had some
things.
years back. I won't go into details. I had a little moment like that with shout out my homegirl Chella. Like we yeah
Yeah.
we had an exchange and then
You have to go,
because she didn't get that my sarcasm and then like
yeah,
yeah
you have to be very direct because stuff in text doesn't appear.
yeah.
It doesn't come off. You can't detect that it's
Because
sarcastic
when you're
in text.
talking like that, you can have like body language, you like facial expressions, like body. You would be like, okay, like, yeah. Whereas like text, it doesn't translate like that. Yeah.
Because I do my
Mhm.
a lot my
Yeah.
My head lean, I do that a lot when you know where I'm trying to get at, but
But
you
yeah,
gotta be very direct. You gotta speak your words and be direct. Don't talk around stuff. You can't infer things. Just say directly what's on your mind. I miss the days of just people speaking their minds. I miss that. So I'm hoping that what I want to turn the page on, and I'm going to use the word that she used, I want to turn the page on bullshit. I want to turn the page on people talking around shit, people not giving direct answers, people making unsubstantiated claims, people name calling. I just want an intellectual debate and what's going to actually put us in the best position that we can be in. Because
right.
a lot of people are out here bad. A lot of people are out here bad. And how do we solve all these
People's money is
issues?
funny, and that's like what most important.
How
People's
are we going to solve this problem? And it has nothing to do with if I'm black or not, or if I'm racist, or if I got $400 million from my father, or whatever the case may be. Like whatever the case may be.
Mm.
What you going to
How we
do?
fix.
What y'all going to do?
Yep. Lower inflation, fix the border. Those are the most important. That's what people care about. Like how I get more money in
Schools.
my pocket. Yeah. Uh,
And that goes with money too, like funding to the schools. What's happening with these schools? Where's the funding? How are we funding these schools? Aren't
Child
schools supposed to be funded with lottery money? Didn't we?
allegedly.
Didn't we have some Powerball winners that were like $1 billion? Did we have a few of the $1 billion Powerballs?
Yeah. Yeah.
We had one that's selling displays, $1 billion ticket
Where'd that money go?
at that speedway. Where'd that money go?
I don't want. I think we should wrap. I'm about to go down a whole nother. I'm about to get on a soapbox about because I'll end like this. Like I still say politics is the world's biggest Ponzi scheme, and I'll end it there. Before I say some shit that well, I'll never regret shit. Before I say something that I don't want to say right now, I'll end it there. Episode 383. Definitely appreciate you supporting Not Another Damn Podcast. You want to support us further, give us a like. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. We're talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, YouTube, your Amazon Alexa devices, and you can follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, TikTok, and X, Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well.
And you can check me out at MSIMA8626 on Instagram, TikTok, and X.
Mm-hmm.
Also, STR8GALIEY1 on X, STR8GALIEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page and check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlog.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.